Hello, everyone, and welcome to another Toonkind at 12 FPS. This one's called Crossing Wires. I am Wick, and I am joined today by the lovely.
Avi! Hi, I'm Avi, and I'll be playing your local real kind detective, Shiro Azumi.
Yes, and Azumi. What you doing? How's it hanging?
He's vibing. Um,
It's vibing.
sorry, I just looked at Nuts and Bolts Gallery. Somebody said kick Azumi's ass for me, I love you all, and I'm just like,
I just
yeah!
saw that pop up, and I was like, "Damn, he's not gonna." He's not gonna get his ass kicked unless a very specific set of circumstances happens.
Yeah!
And
Yeah!
even then, it's doubtful.
Alright.
But anyway, all right. I'm not gonna look at the the gallery. I'm gonna get too distracted.
Alright.
All right.
Um,
Usually I do, but anyway. Um.
handshake.
But yeah, Azumi, what you up to?
I think he's just kind of vibing. I think he's doing like business as usual. Probably going from like police station to police station, trying to gather as much intel on Trickster as possible. You know,
As you do.
yeah, the works.
All right, great. So we can assume then for the moment you're just on the sidewalks of Toontown, just going along.
Yeah.
Nice. Would you It pains me to ask. Would you like to make a perception check?
Don't mind if I do. Yeah, push
Wow.
it, mods.
Uh-huh. Oh my God, a fucking 26. I'm crying. Well, you see. Oh.
He sees peck and everything, my dude.
Man, I was just gonna use your passive, and maybe I should have, but it wouldn't have made much of a difference.
Look, a passive 23 versus an active 26.
Uh-huh. Well, uh, all right.
Me too, Wick.
Let me calm down. Okay. So, Azumi, you are seeing the shit out of everything. But you happen to notice something in particular. A number of somethings, actually. There are actually more people milling about than you expected, especially since it's probably maybe it's like midday, maybe veering into the afternoon. Uh, Maybe there's some sort of you know sale or lunch rush or something, but there are a lot of people. Uh, you can see just the first thing that catches your attention actually is this very big porcupine looking tomb uh who is just kind of shambling through the crowds. uh People are giving them a bit of distance because
Yeah, the spines.
spiky. uh Wait, I just realized I have the ref of this one.
Oh,
Because I was just going to describe. I mean, I am still going to describe them. Fun fact: they appeared in a different thing, but
I think I
they
know who
can
you're
appear
talking
here
about.
too. They are just in a little post office outfit, um, which is mostly blue. Uh, but what you notice specifically about this porcupine is that it has some papers stuck to some of their quills. They seem just kind of like either stuck between or it's like literally smashed on one of the the
Oh
quills.
boy.
You notice like a couple pieces of mail, some kind of uh, flyer for an event. Um, you also see a missing poster. Um, from what you can tell, that the angle that you're at as you're passing by, it seems to be for a child. Uh, but you can't really tell since you're still walking. I'm assuming you can't tell who it is.
Oh, what are you gonna do, you bastard boy?
Well, I've got more in case in case he just passes by.
Yeah, you would be that kind of bitch. Hang on.
You
I'm
would
speaking to Azumi. Don't worry.
bitch affectionate.
Hang on. Let me roll something really quick. Yeah, that's about par for the course. Um, Mother Pecker. Um, that's the wrong button.
Okay.
Okay, so he's going to walk uh walk up close to this well, actually that was stealth.
Okay.
Um
What, you gotta roll sleight of hand next?
uh he might actually, cuz he doesn't want to bother this person too much. He just wants the what's it called? The missing poster. Um uh Yeah, Zumi's navigating these social situations like a normal person.
You're reading it too.
Yeah.
Me who can't help reading the gallery.
Alright, yeah, and that is.
I get to see his dumb modifiers. It's absolutely stupid.
He's the fucking stupid ass modifiers that are stupid good. That's a 20 on sleight of hand. He's taking the missing poster and walking away.
All right. Uh, I can tell you with absolute confidence that this porcupine does not notice this in the slightest. They just keep on walking.
Alright, cool.
Fun fact, they don't have a sheet yet. I was planning to, but I took one look at this porcupine and went, they have a passive perception at the very greatest of 10, so
Yeah!
you should be fine.
um,
But
uh, Azumi, Azumi walks away with the missing poster and, reads it over.
and luckily it had only been stabbed by a quill, but like in the corner, so you can kind of mostly read what's on there. It seems to be it seems to be a relatively older poster, maybe by a couple months.
Oh, thank God.
But but you know, it be like that sometimes. Man, this porcupine. I'm so sorry, Polly.
I love them so much.
They're just vibing. They're trying their best. But you notice that it is in black and white. It does have a physical description of the child in question, but this child has like they've got like a little tiara and they have curly hair and it looks like they're wearing a pair of overalls. Um, they are very cute.
Yes.
um, and as you continue reading, you notice that the name is Bevin Brush.
Alright, I'm trying to remember, biting words. Did Nakabe ever mention the name of the person, uh, he was trying to find?
He did not.
Okay, good.
um, but there is more on this street as you keep walking. I'm assuming you just pocket the poster and you keep going because you don't really have much time to stop. You've got things to investigate.
Yeah.
Mostly
Yeah,
just
he
one
does.
thing. But with your incredible 26 from before, you also notice on a on another piece of sidewalk there seems to be some kind of street performance. Um, they are wearing a suit and a top hat, and they've got a neat looking mask. Uh, and they seem to be What do they seem to be doing? It seems like they're attempting to juggle a set of knives.
Oh no.
Uh,
Wick!
give me a second. Give
Wick!
me a second. I had to throw this in here. I was like, if they roll below a certain amount, they won't show up. If you roll a freaking 26, I'm like, yeah, I should have expected that. Uh,
Wick!
okay, great. Let me do that one.
Suit, top hat, mask, juggling. I'm afraid.
Uh, they are doing a piss poor job at it. That probably explains why people are looking. Not exactly for skilled entertainment. Perhaps they are snickering a bit,
Pointing and
but
laughing.
a little. But a couple other people are kind of just looking surprised or looking in awe. Maybe this person hasn't been around in a while, but they are now here.
I mean, if it's just a street performance, I don't think Azumi's gonna like spend like too much time like watching it. He's just like he's I mean, that was a piss poor job. That was a 3.
That was a three.
That was a 3. I think he like sees the after effects of that 3, and he has this expression that's like, "Damn, that's rough, buddy," and like
Yeah.
continues.
Oh no. Anyway.
Yikes. Anyway.
Uh-huh. But that's just an extra nice tidbit to add. Anyway, we're just gonna skirt over that. But because he wouldn't investigate this particular street performer or anything. But you but you keep walking, and as you turn a corner, would you like to make a dex save?
Yeah, something he has proficiency in. Don't mind if I do. Oh, that's what I thought you'd say, you dumb idiot boy.
Idiot. That's what he like. Um, Luckily, as you turn the corner, I guess with your impeccable perception and good reflexes, you kind of hear the sound of small footsteps running towards you as you are in the midst of turning the corner. So you're able to avoid uh, a small child uh, who is running around with a small stack of papers in their arms. However, they are not as lucky. As they turn, they trip, and the papers scatter.
Oh dear.
Oh. Um,
Uh, are you alright over there? Izumi's gonna lean over and start to help this kid gather their papers.
okay. Would you like to make an intelligence check
Yeah,
with advantage?
with advantage. Yeah. Okay. What's your okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, okay. Okay.
Oh, that's not much better. Okay. A 14.
That's it's understandable. Um, but as you are asking that question and helping, you stoop down and help to gather a couple of the papers. Um, you kind of keep glancing at this kid, and strange, they look kind of familiar, almost as if you'd just seen them. Wait, that poster. um, and as you kind of continue helping to gather these pages, which you now can tell are posters for something, not missing posters, but posters nonetheless.
Yeah.
Uh, who you have run into is what you can only assume to be Bevin Brush. Uh, they are wearing, I will say for the audience, they are wearing a different outfit than they usually do. Um,
Oh, they look cute,
if
but also
if
I'm a bit worried.
worried, why are you worried?
I
Why
have
are you?
I have concerns.
um, they are wearing cute little fairy wings with a little butterfly headband. Uh, they have a pair of overalls, which rather than blue are green with little flowers on them. Same as their ballet shoes, but they still have the cute pink skirt that they usually wear. Um, and they are also holding something else. You're not quite sure what it is yet, though. Um, but yes, you can, you know, as you're thinking about the image of the child that you saw on that missing poster, you can rightfully assume that this is the same kid.
All right. He did ask if the kid's all right. So he's still like helping gather these papers, and after a moment, he's going to hand them to them.
Oh, thank you. Sorry about that.
Oh no, you're quite fine. Say, pardon my prying, but you wouldn't happen to be Bevin Brush, would you?
Oh, and and this little tune, their eyes widen and sparkle a little.
You know who I
Oh, this kid is too cute. uh, Azumi's just, yes. You see, I happen to have come across this, but I have reason to believe that it is a bit dated. And he takes out the missing poster he just got and unfolds it, shows it to Bevin.
am? Oh, yeah. That's kind of old. I'm not lost. Not anymore. um, but I'm. I didn't know they still had these.
And they're kind of taking a little look at it like, huh.
Well, to be fair, I did find it in a sort of out of the way place. Um, but it is good that you're not lost. Do you mind me asking what exactly you're doing? And he's gesturing to the posters that Bevin is carrying, but he's also like folding up the poster that he's holding.
Oh, um, we were just. I was just visiting, and well, um, I was putting up posters for the. Well, and they look a little bashful. Um, it's for my birthday.
That's too cute. Azumi has like this very like gentle grin. He thinks this kid is adorable.
Oh.
And he says, "Is that so? Do you mind if I take a look?"
Um, um, okay.
And they hand a flyer to you,
Alright.
and
He takes it.
and I won't make you do a check on it, because it's actually not too bad. You you notice that the illustrations on it which are kind of like in one or two of the corners, they are done in crayon, and you can tell that a kid has done them. But the actual contents of the poster, it is printed on. So you're assuming that they were printed and then they kind of drew on it a bit, or they photocopied it that way. Um, and it mentions a birthday celebration that is coming up not too far from now, maybe in less than a month or so.
I thought that I'd put them out early. So that way, people just know.
God. Azumi. Oh, Azumi, you think this kid is cute, but are you gonna say that? Are you really gonna say that?
Listen, say what you need to say.
Oh, God. Oh, God. Does it have, like, an address or anything written on it, or is it just, birthday, and that's it?
Um, well, it does have an address, but it's not an address of like a house. It seems to be for one of the parks here in Toontown. Uh, it only has like the address of the corner that it's on, like at the corner of something and whatever.
Oh, yeah?
So it does have like a tentative address.
Jeez. Ah. He looks this over, um, and, and he says, that's rather exciting. You're hosting a public birthday party.
I mean, it's mostly so that if people don't like birthdays, they don't have to go. But cause I mean, we might not use the whole park, but because it's kind of big. But it's just to let people know. Because some people do like birthdays.
I see. That's very smart of you.
And this child is just beaming at you. Ah.
Sorry, this kid is too cute. I'm not sure what Azumi is going to say next. Hang on. I think he's also going to fold up this flyer and like keep it in his pocket. Mm-hmm. And he read it over, so he does know the date. But he looks down to the to Bevin and he says, well, I'll have to see if there's if I'm busy that day, but if not, maybe I'll stop by and wish you a happy birthday.
Oh, well, that's only if you're not busy. But thank you again for helping, to pick up the papers.
Of course. Well, it was partially my fault. You did trip. I am sorry about that.
What? No, I think I tripped on the sidewalk.
And they kind of turn to where the sidewalk was. There actually is a small jetting portion. I guess maybe they just didn't see it before.
He kind of looks at it. There is a very there's a very specific thought in his head that is, like, mostly criticizing the infrastructure of the city, that's going on in his head, but he doesn't say it out loud. That's a perfectly normal thing to think, huh, Azumi?
Yes. Uh-huh.
Um, oh, I forgot to ask if it's okay. What's your name?
Oh boy. He smiles and, he says, where's my manners? And he extends his left hand, which you can see is the only hand he has wearing a glove, and he says, my name is Detective Shiro Azumi. It's nice to meet you, Bevin.
They, roll an insight check.
That is a modified 20.
Yeah, that beats a 16. You can tell a moment of hesitation before Bev extends their hand out.
It's nice to meet you too.
That moment of hesitation is stored away for later. He'll unpack that later down the line. But he gives the handshake he gives Bevin is, like, not firm. It's kind. Thank you, baby. I'm not sure.
I'm
not sure if you heard that, but he.
Yes.
That's gonna end up on the recording.
I love.
Baby recognizes baby.
Where was I? God damn it, Aiden! The handshake he gives, Bevin is not, like, it's not firm. He's kind of gentle, but he still gives it, like, there's a bit of, like, purpose. It's like, yeah, it's nice to meet you. It's kind of, air about it. Shoot, what is he gonna say? Here, he's not going to stick around for very long. He just, like, caught this kid when they tripped. So I think what he's gonna do is that he's just gonna, like, what does he say? He says, well, I shouldn't keep you for too long, but, have a good rest of your day and be sure to get back home safely, alright?
Okay. Thank you.
Of course. And he's going to start walking. Unless...
and as you do, you hear Bev add something. It was a little bit mumbled, but of course, with your disgusting perception, you could easily tell. You hear them say,
Kalani.
And then they stop. They cover their mouth real quick.
And Azumi halts and, like, whirls back around to look at Bevin. Like, was that Corey?
That was Corey. You thought I'd let Azumi go that easy, huh?
Yeah. No, I expected something else, but this works too. Um, can I understand, can you understand what Bevin was about to say?
Because when, all right, so when they were saying Hakalan, and then they stop, it's the equivalent of be care, as if be careful. So they were attempting to say be careful.
Oh dear. Oh, this is a child.
A child.
This is a child. I think before Azumi gets too far away, um, he lowers his voice and what does he do? Uh, he lowers his voice and he says, "In quarry, Bevin, do you understand quarry?"
So, uh, Bev, with their hand still covering their mouth, they kind of blink for a moment, and then they remove their hand.
Um, um, I'm I'm not very good at it. Did you said my name and then about something about quarry?
Oh dear goodness. Oh
I
gosh.
don't.
Ah, Wick. Oh, this is a chat. Ah!
Oh, points. This is a child. Yes, yes, yeah.
I think he switches to back to common, and he steps back closer to Bevin, and he kneels down so that he can get eye level with Bevin, and he says, "All right, I'm not mad at you. Let me get that out of the way. Where did you learn this language?"
I mean, I don't really know a lot of it, but um, I um,
They look a little hesitant to say anything, but oh yeah,
Oh dear.
they seem a little distracted. Um, but I can tell with your perception, you hear another person quickly approaching on the sidewalk.
Um, he's going to stand back up and like look in the direction of whoever is approaching.
And when you do that, Bev's alerted to whoever is walking, and they seem to recognize the footsteps. They they turn to you and say,
um uh I'm sorry. Can you hide me?
Oh Jesus Christ! Oh my God, Wick. Um, not even like wasting a moment. Like the minute Bevin says this, Azumi just scoops Bevin up and starts making his way down the street. Um, not in the direction of the footsteps, but like purposefully getting as far away as possible.
uh,
I am going to roll stealth to see how well this works.
"Okay." And let me roll.
What the fuck?
Is that a good what the fuck? Is this a bad what the fuck? Oh shit! I don't think I'm gonna bother rolling. uh, you,
Oh my god.
you just straight up just took this child and ran.
Oh my
Nobody
god.
saw a thing. It's just poof.
Well,
um,
he is a rogue.
all right, fair.
He's disappeared.
Um,
He is gone.
but where have you disappeared to? Perhaps you've ducked into a shop of some sorts, or
Yes. Actually, I think he went back in the direction of the crowd that was doing the street performance, and whatever shop was closest, he went inside. I think his line of thought is that if there are plenty of people around, there won't be there would be less of a chance of like people noticing him in the crowd.
okay. So, so as you head back in the direction of the street performer, um, Bev notices said street performer, um, and looks like they're going to say something, but with the way things are going, they keep quiet so as to maintain the stealth. You guys duck into uh, you guys duck into a bookstore.
That works.
Yes, natural environment.
That works. That works.
You quickly go into the store and you just kind of position yourself so that you are slightly behind like a bookshelf, but you can kind of see out the front in case you need to.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and and both of you are looking outside of this shop window to see, what's up and who Bev is hiding from. And
I'm so worried. I am so worried.
And the person that you see is not a real kind, but a toon, mostly blue, with a purple dress, high heels, and from what you can see, there is some kind of cleaver attached to their hip.
A cleaver? Like a
Yeah, that's a knife.
what the ah!
Let me see what you have. A knife. No. Yes, they have their hair kind of tied back in a neat bun, and you can tell by their style. I know I strayed a bit from it, but they are supposed to be UVA, so
Yeah.
you can kind of hear the clacking of their high heels as they walk around a bit. They take a glance or two about, and then they keep on walking. And as they pass out of view, you guys can now relax.
All right.
At least for a hot second.
We'll to assume that Azumi's going to relax. I think the moment that this tune is out of view, he does not go out. He does not leave Bevin alone, and he does not let Bevin leave the shop yet. In fact, what I think he does is that he gently guides. Is there like? This is just a random like bookstore, right?
Yes.
Okay. I think what he does is that he probably guides them to like a little table that's there where you can like sit down and read books. And he pulls like a random book, holds onto that, pulls out like a picture book, hands it to Bevin.
Sorry.
And he hands it to Bevin, and once they're both sitting, he opens the book that he's holding and is pretending to read.
you know. Why don't you roll performance for me? I want to see how well you do with this.
Well, he has high charisma. Um,
I don't doubt that.
that's why his deception modifier is the way it is.
Yeah, I could tell.
Yeah. I mean, this isn't bad. 15.
At 15, you both look like perfectly normal customers in this bookstore, just perusing the titles and reading the books you got. Uh,
And keeping his voice lowered, um, he says to Bevin, um, who is that person and why are they following you?
and uh, you do you want to roll insight again?
Yeah. Okay.
Hey, that's pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you can tell that even though Bev is trying to look natural in reading the picture book, they actually look a little embarrassed.
Um, uh, I'm sorry. I probably should have said something. Um, that that's that's my guardian. That's the person that's watching me.
He does not trust like that.
Um, I
And they look extra bashful now.
He
um
he glances over the edge of his book and he raises a brow at Bevin like, go on.
um I look.
And Bev actually just puts the book down for a second.
She, I know that she doesn't really look that friendly, but she's nice. And I, the time that I've spent so far, it hasn't been bad. It's just, well, we haven't gone back here to Toontown in a while. So there's something that I wanted to do on my own, but I didn't think that they would let me. So I, it kind of just snuck off on my own.
They look kind of guilty about it.
There's like a pause, where where Azumi kind of like watches Bevin for a moment, um, and he kind of like and then his expression kind of like changes, and he holds back like a laugh, and he goes, "Well, I think it's quite admirable that you'd want to do something on your own, but you must have given her quite a fright."
Um, I mean, I hope not. I've I've tried to be good, you know, a lot, but it's I just didn't know she'd let me. So
Can you tell me what you wanted to do? You don't have to answer, just I would like to get a bit of perspective.
I
And they take a bit of a deep breath in.
I wanted to figure out how to fix my friend.
He raises a brow. Your
Uh,
friend?
they nod and they reach into the front pocket of their overalls and they take out a, a peculiar looking object. It's purple and it kind of just looks like a toy. Um, they kind of set it down onto the table.
Yeah, talkie. I wanted to help them. They're not doing so good.
I think Azumi lowers the book so that he can take a better look at the talking type. That's what it is. Yeah, I did not make that up.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, it's a talking type. Just it's.
Yeah.
Would you like to roll investigation? I guess.
Yes, that is something he also has expertise in. Let me do that real quick. Motherfucker.
Good.
You don't need to keep rolling so high. You have expertise.
um, so you take a look at this toy, which, from the looks of it, looks to be a talking type. It seems kind of familiar to you, but in a way that like maybe you have seen its design somewhere. But otherwise, you're kind of surprised, uh, to see it here, especially since it seems to be a real kind of object. Uh, it's it has shades of purple and pink and some black as well. Um, and I'd say with that 22, um, you also notice a small symbol in the corner, which you can only assume to be the makers of it. Um, but it does seem like a pretty standard toy. It's got a keyboard, and you know you can type with it. Uh, but why don't you make an Arcana check for me,
Arcana
if
is
you would
not
like?
something he has proficiency in, but yeah, let's do that. 13.
Hey, it's not bad. For not having proficiency, you've got a +3.
Yeah, intelligence.
Newsflash: Bev has no modifier to perception. So like you're still doing good. But
I think I messed up his.
from what you can tell,
Oh, I did mess up his mod for investigation. That's supposed to be a 9, not a 7. Sorry.
Oh shoot. So that's a 24, not a 22.
Yeah, but like, that's 2 points of a difference.
You know what? But with those 2 points of difference, I'll throw in an extra thing. You can tell that near the display, like the little screen, it has the name of the company. You can only assume it's the company that created this toy. That is Ubiwares Incorporated. But with that Arcana check, you have a feeling that this is supposed to be some sort of magic item, but you're not quite sure, especially since whatever magic you can sense is kind of faint for a magic item. But as you look this talking type over, Bev just kind of looks at you a little expectantly, like as if they are a patient looking to a doctor for their advice on how to get better. Listen, this kid is 6. They think that you might have some kind of answer.
Yeah, I think what he's going to do, he's a detective. What I think he's going to do, like, very quickly, he's going to take out his notebook, and he's going to write some notes down, which is the name of the company, and he's going to do, like, a really quick sketch of that symbol you said that was on the corner?
Yes. Oh, and I've typed it in the roll zone in case you want it for your own notes.
Yeah. And he looks it over. He he finishes writing and finishes like sketching it. Um, and he puts the notepad back. Um, and and he looks again at this toy, and he starts to like mumble out loud to himself. Um, what does he say? He says, "Well, I'm a detective, but my expertise does not lie with magic items. This does look to be a toy. Would it be beneficial to take it to a toy shop and see if they can repair it?" Bevin, what exactly is wrong with it?
Well, you see, they got broken, and my friend fixed it, but they don't really work like they used to.
And Bev actually kind of slides it back a little towards themselves, and they actually hit the on button, and it does come on, but you have a feeling it doesn't quite sound right. The little startup noise sounds a bit out of tune, and when the screen flickers on, it seems to be a little glitchy.
Yeah, no, that is very that is very disconcerting. I'm imagining the boot up sound kind of sounds like when something's on low battery
Yeah,
and
something like that.
it's just struggling.
It is struggling.
Yeah, I think Azumi actually winces when he hears it. And he goes, "Oh." And he's doing that detective thing where like he rubs at his chin thoughtfully. Uh, and he goes, "Well, I am sorry to hear that. Bit of magic makes it sentient. That doesn't make sense." But he he says, "Well, I have to admit that repairing toys or anything quite as advanced as this," and he gestures to the talking type, and he goes, "I'm not well equipped for fixing this myself. My best suggestion would be to find a toy shop and hope that they can offer repairs of some sort."
But that's just it. There is a toy store here, but they didn't see anything like it before. I got them from a different store, but I can't go there by myself. At least, well, I could try, but not right now.
And they kind of let out a sad sigh.
In that case, and I think he takes out the notepad again, and he looks over the notes he's put down, and he goes, "Well, I think the best course of action would be to investigate the company and see if there is anything they can do directly."
Oh, the company. You mean the people who made Taki?
And he nods. "Well, it is a bit of a stretch, I suppose. I mean, they likely have far bigger things to concern themselves with than a single customer, but it's worth a shot, don't you think?
Would you like to make an insight check?
Yeah. Okay. Modified 20.
You can tell that Bev is listening very intently to you, and when you say this, they do seem a little thoughtful and likewise a little dejected.
Yeah, I guess you're right. I don't know if they would help just me. And I'm just a kid.
And they kind of pick up Taki and look at them.
Oh, you cut out at the very end. They pick up Taki and what?
They just look at them.
I think Azumi takes a deep breath. And god damn it, Azumi, your goddamn mouth! You had to say that, huh?
Go ahead.
He goes, even if you're a kid, that doesn't mean you aren't capable of being listened to. Just have to find the right words.
Bev nods, but slowly.
The right words. Huh.
Bevin?
Huh?
Why do you want to fix Taki? Why is it important to you?
'Cause they're my friend. They helped me when I didn't have anybody. When I was lost.
Thinks back to the missing poster. Jeez.
Uh-huh.
Taki is still on, right?
Yes.
Ah, jeez. I'm worried that Taki's going to do something, and she's just waiting. He goes, I see. So you care very much about it. I'm sure that's reason enough to listen to someone like you. I would not be opposed to helping you fix Taki.
You would help me?
And he nods.
But I don't want to waste your time.
How's he gonna put this? He's trying to. Okay, there's a moment where he's trying to figure out how he wants to phrase this without sounding like a complete douchebag. Do you want to roll a quick insight for me?
I mean, I'll try.
He's not deceiving. I'm going to say that right now.
I know,
he's not
but
deceiving.
Bev. Oh, that's a nat 20. Bruh.
Well.
Damn, Bev.
Well,
Uh, and they have no modifiers, so that's just a straight 20.
that's a straight 20. I think what you managed to pick up on with a 20 is that yes, this detective is genuine in wanting to help you fix your toy, but also there's a bit of something else. To put it in simple terms, he is curious about you and wants to keep an eye on you.
Uh, Understandable.
Like, not only that, just moments before you revealed that you could speak Kori or were learning to speak Kori, uh, he just quickly hid you away just because you asked. um, there may be something related to that.
um, uh, Bev is kind of just taking this in, and then goes,
Do you want to talk with Taki? They can still talk a little.
and they actually push Taki a little bit in your direction.
Azumi looks a little surprised, and he glances down at Taki and then looks over to Bevin like, "Are you sure?"
Bev has a little bit of like a determined face on, like, yeah, you can do it.
I think because he did just say that this toy is broken. He doesn't want to mess with it more. I think he just like carefully and gently just picks it up.
And as you do so, Azumi, you hear kind of a small crackling sound from the speaker, but then a voice comes on. Spell, spell, spell the word restraint.
Oh. Oh boy. every time Taki like just has something to say, it's always like it's trying to scalp someone. I love Taki so much. Just go with this boy's whole life. Why don't you? give me a second to calm down. Do the buttons work or?
Oh, yeah. Like, physically, the toy seems perfectly fine. But it's just the way that it's acting is it's a bit off.
Yeah. Sorry, I keep looking at nuts and bolts.
No, I looked at it too, and I knew you.
For context, who needs Psychonauts when you have Taki? I'm just.
Da-da-da.
I'm crying. Thank you guys. But even if the toy doesn't look physically broken, he is going to like gently like type out the letters for restraint. RESTRAINT. And the baby's babbling.
Very cute. And Bev's just kind of looking like they've got like their chin in their hands, like they're just kind of seeing this go down. I guess they're a little excited to see what might happen. And as you spell restraint, you hear the voice come back on again. That is correct. Now, spell the 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 word dichotomy.
Dichotomy? Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh Wick. Oh Wick. Once again, coming for this boy's whole life. You actually, I think, Bevin might be able to see this. There's like a brief moment where, Azumi's brow furrows, like, what the hell? He doesn't say that out loud, but, like, that's, like, the kind of expression he has. But, it's gone after a moment, and he spells it out to, Dichotomy.
Ah,
And Bev looks a little bit in awe.
I didn't know how to spell that one. I don't think I had that word yet.
But then the voice continues. That is correct. Now, spell the word unhinged. Time to scalp this boy a little.
Hang on, I have to flip a coin.
Don't die, Fletcher.
Alright, okay, yeah, no, his brows raise, and he's just like, that is a definitely, like, what the fuck kind of expression on his face.
They're sure giving weird words, huh?
Azumi doesn't say anything out loud. In fact, there's like a good moment where he's just staring back at Talkie's screen. And he just, even if he doesn't say anything, he does, like, still, like, type out this word, but it is noticeably slower than how he, like, typed out the other words.
And
What was that? What's that D2 for?
Well, it's sometimes you got to make decisions, and I've made a decision.
Oh boy.
So as you finish typing this word, let me think. Sorry, my brain just went whoop, and I'm like, oh, okay.
Oh, I felt that.
As you finish typing the word, Taki's voice comes back again. That is correct. Now, spell. And you could see it is glitching more. This time it stops talking, but what flashes briefly, flickers, and flashes again is the word traitor.
He immediately sets the toy down. I need to roll something really quick.
Uh-huh. I'm a little nervous.
Okay, that was a quick whiz check. So it's not as bad as it could be. Um, but he sets the talkie down, and the look on his face is hard to read. Bevin, if you want to roll a quick perception or insight.
It doesn't matter. They're the same no modifier. That's a 5.
Alright.
I think Bev is just kind of like, oh, you spelled all the words right. But also, I hope Taki's okay. Literally just
yeah,
missing the point.
yeah, for the audience, because Bevin didn't get this, for the audience, Azumi's face is a very pale white, and his hands are shaking.
Damn, Bev didn't even get any of that.
Yeah.
I think right now Bev is more concerned with Taki growing silent.
Yeah, I think
Is everything okay?
that's enough spelling for now.
Yeah, I'm surprised he gave you 3 words. Usually they only give 2.
And Bev kind of stretches out a hand like, yeah, I'll take Taki from here.
Right. That is quite the toy you have there, Bevin. You should keep that safe.
I tried to, but hopefully I can fix them. Because they mean a lot to me.
Oh, God. God. Oh, there's so much going on here.
I know.
Bevin does not see that Azumi just swallowed a weight in his throat.
Bev does not perceive.
No, it's... Oh, God. Oh, good lord.
Bev, yes, have fun spelling. Taki freaking scalps this kid.
Oh, God.
Actually, I kind of feel a little bad. Damn.
Yeah, no, I'll tell you later.
Ugh.
I think Azumi, he takes a moment, and then another, then he takes in a very, very deep breath, and lets it out, and he says, I think Talkie might need to rest for a little bit. In any case, well...
It's okay. I guess I should let them rest.
And Bev goes to hit the off button. But before that happens, you see another word flash on the screen, both of you. It says in bright letters, Tezu Kanada.
Tezu
Kanada. That's...
is that where you were made?
And
You see
Taki
Azumi
gives
kind of like... He makes a move, like, he wants to, like, lean forward to, like, look closer, but, like, also... that thing scared the fuck out of him.
But Taki makes kind of a a beep sound. And Bev nods.
Then that's where we're gonna go. So just rest up, okay?
And now they turn off talkie. Um, and they pick them up and put them back in their overall pocket.
Ah! I think Azumi takes the notepad back out and he writes another line that just says Tezu Kanada with a question mark
Question
next
mark?
to it.
Oh my god. Fledge, please.
Oh god.
I'm gonna call you out, Fletch. Who would win? Experienced detective who solved numerous murders, or one talkie boy? God, that's a move.
Oh
But
man.
oh man. Um, but as Bev puts Taki away, uh, they kind of sit quietly for a moment, uh, and then with a kind of a more serious look on their face, they look directly at you, Azumi, and ask,
Why do you know? Corey.
Um, I'm gonna roll a quick insight, and this is just a general insight because this is just instinct for Azumi. It is very difficult for him to trust anybody else who knows Corey, but this is again a child. So,
"Go ahead."
Yeah, this is gonna be like a general insight. Okay, not bad. I mean, it's still over a 20 because of your goddamn modifier. Basically, okay, basically he wants to know. I don't know how else to word this other than like, is Bevin as careful as he is about Corey?
As careful. You can tell based on their serious look that they are, well, right now, even with their serious look, you can tell that it's a mix of general curiosity, but also wonder. You kind of get the vibe that they suspect that you learned Quarry a different way than they did, and they are curious as to why. But as you also think back to when they spoke Quarry and then stopped themselves, you also have a feeling that they know it's something to keep, usually secret. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Okay. So basically, Bevin knows that this is a secret, and but they are surprised that Azumi knows too, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. In that case, Azumi takes a deep breath, and he looks around. Um, he looks around the store, and he makes a decision, and he leans forward. He leans forward against a table so he can get closer to Bevin, but he's also picked up the book again. But he's holding it in a way so that like nobody else can hear him like whisper this.
Okay. For reference, as you pick up the book, Bev also picks up the book to kind of like appear like they're reading or something. They are holding the book upside down. They have not noticed.
I love Bevin so much.
Because I rolled perception. They just, whoops. Anyway. But no, they lean in a little as well, so you don't have to lean too far.
All right. In that case, he is whispering. But like again, my microphone is bad at picking
Yeah.
me up and whispering. So
Me too.
uh, so he just says, "If you must know, I grew up, learning it because I am what's called a Kalash Star."
Uh, a, k- a Kalashtar.
And he nods.
Would you would you like to make an insight check?
Yes. Oh! Wow!
Oh. Uh-huh.
That was your lowest roll today, buddy!
Good.
That's a 12.
And it still beats the 10.
Oh no! The
Um.
one time he falls low.
Yeah. That's okay. You know, when they say a Kalashtar, and then they nod, you kind of noticed a moment before they said that, that it seems as if they have heard of this before. And by extension, perhaps they might have met or at least have knowledge of at least one other Kalashtar. But when they spoke Kalashtar, they were attempting to be like, I am learning this word for the first time. No, you're not. So that's the vibe.
Azumi, what are you gonna do with this information? I think you've berated this kid enough already. Not berated, but like interrogated.
I feel like at this point, Bev's just kind of used to it.
Yeah. I feel bad for Bevin, man. These poor kids been
they're
through
okay.
a lot. They're 6, almost 7.
Yeah.
Editor's note, holy shit, this is a kid. And he nods when Bevin like repeats what he says. But he does make like a mental note of like, this kid knows what a Clash Star is. We should probably ask that but later. Yeah. And I think after he tells them this, he leans back and holds the book, and then he says, "Bevin, you're holding your book upside down."
Bev goes,
Eh? Oh,
and then they notice that, and you could tell a bit of a blushy kind of goes on their face, and they just kind of turn it back around.
sorry.
It's alright.
So, um, so, okay. So does that mean that they talk to you too?
Baby!
Sorry, the baby just let out a yell just as you were talking.
I know, and I feel that on a level. I'll repeat, don't worry.
Does that mean that they talk to you too?
And he tilts his head. What do you mean by they?
Uh, the 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 quarry in your dreams. Do they talk to you?
He's watching this kid carefully again. And he just... It's not just dreams, Bevin. As a Kalashtar, we don't dream because of our connection to the quarry.
Oh.
But I do hear mine quite frequently, yes.
Well, I only hear Gabby in my dreams.
And that is a cause for alarm. Azumi kind of like looks at Bevin again, and he goes, "Are these dreams nightmares?"
Bev kind of doesn't take another moment to think. They shake their head.
No, it's fun when Gabby is around. They tell me stories. It's not really bad or anything.
Uh-huh.
But I haven't really seen them lately, so my dreams have been kind of quiet.
That is interesting, Wick. And it makes me mad that this is Azumi, not my other character. I love this. This is good. This is very good. You see him kind of like, tilt his head, and he goes, "That's interesting."
Yeah, they always spoke quarry the first time, but then after that, they were able to talk like us, like in common. But I learned some words from them, not a lot, but I learned some. So they always told me when I was about to wake up, Hakalanir. I asked them what it meant, and it said, "Be careful." So that's what happened.
This is just. Oh, this is just.
This is just.
Oh, this is just. Okay, let me air out what Azumi is thinking, because Azumi's like thoughts are like all over the place. So Bevin knows Corey. That's already interesting. That's what led them to this point. Bevin knows what a Kalashtar is, but isn't one themselves. And yet the quarry that Bevin is talking to is not connected to them, but is not apparently not like causing them distress.
Yeah, that's the long and short of it.
Yeah, and like Azumi finds all of this like kind of difficult to believe. and he's just... And there's like this moment where he's like trying to think of what to say, because it's like, what the heck? And he goes, but eventually he says, well, that's rather nice of them. What did you say their name was? Gabby?
Bev nods.
I mean, yeah, what's their nickname? Their regular names hard to say sometimes.
And you see, Azumi nods. And there's like that, like, half smile, like, he understands, because, gosh darn, those Cory words do be hard to say sometimes.
I'd like to take this time to ask, would you like to make a perception check?
Yes, he would. Disgusting.
Disgusting! Oh, that is disgusting. For the listeners,
Absolutely disgusting.
that's a 25.
Yeah.
9. Good. Makes sense. So yeah, Bev doesn't quite notice at first, but you immediately notice that as you give a little half smile to Bev, your eyes kind of look a little bit to the background, and you notice a certain blue UPAN walk into the store.
Here's what's gonna happen. Azumi's eyes dart in that, direction, and, Azumi's eyes dart in that direction, and then he kind of, like, makes a, sort of subtle gesture, like, a subtle gesture for Bevin to see, like, what he's trying to say is, what he's trying to, like, get across is that, your guardian is here, just follow my lead in case they find us.
Yeah, no, they get the signal real quick. They kind of see you kind of just make a little hinting gesture, and they kind of look like, and then like, oh.
And he has his book in back in his hands. It's still lifted, and he looks pretty casual, pretending to read.
And Bev tries to mimic him as well, taking the picture book and holding it up. But hold on, let me check something. So are you guys trying to just be casual or trying to be a little stealthy?
Azumi is not being stealthy. I'm gonna say this, like, outright. Azumi's just like, well, this kid has been separated from their guardian for, like, a while now. I think they should have somebody more capable looking after them.
Yeah, I'd say that's enough.
But I will say, if they are spotted, Azumi has a lie ready.
Yes, and actually, it isn't a moment too soon before this Toon walks up to the two of you at the table. So this is where you were, Bev. And Bev looks up from their book.
Oh, hi.
Yes, baby, hi. I swear, it's like some of their babbles just sounds like they're yelling hi to nobody in particular. um, Azumi looks up as well, and he goes, ah, yes, you're Bevin Brush's guardian, I take it? I happen to have found them outside, and they seemed quite a bit lost, so I figured that I might wait with them here in case somebody was looking for them. And that's a 26 on deception.
Yeah, that didn't help. Uh, they raise an eyebrow, but then she says, "Oh well, thank you. I did not mean to lose track of them. You are all right, Beth?" And and Beth nods.
Yeah, sorry. I guess I guess I saw something and I I just thought I would stay in here.
Well, that barely makes sense.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. Um, but you can see that this tune smiles a little bit. Oh, I understand. My son was like that too. But I think it's about time we go back to back home. Is that okay? And Bev looks a little sad, but nods.
Well, I hope you have a good rest of your day, and stay safe, alright, Bevin? Don't wander off again. And he says that in a kind of like joking tone.
And and Bev kind of giggles a little bit, but kind of hushes themselves. They stand up, but this tune hasn't moved quite yet. It's like they're waiting for you to get up as well.
I think if that's the case, then he does stand up.
Thank you again for helping them. What is your name?
He holds out his left hand again, and he says, Detective Shiro Azumi. Pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Ah, detective. Well, it is nice to meet you as well. And she takes your hand. I am Dr. Angeline de Puissant. I'm taking care of Bev right now.
And he nods. Shoot, he's...
Yes?
He was gonna make, like, a joke, like, he's gonna make a joke, like, well, I'm glad it's not me looking after this kid, because, boy, but, like, no.
I mean, you could.
No, I feel like it's, like, I can't, like, word it in a way that he would, so it's like, well...
Well, this is my life now.
But he does, like, give a polite smile.
But she gives a smile back and breaks off the handshake and offers a hand over to Bev, who does take her hand. Yes, we should be going now. I have a few more phone calls to make. And she kind of starts leading Bev in the direction of the exit.
And I think Azumi waves goodbye. If Bevin is looking in his direction, he does it in specifically towards them.
And Bev I'm not gonna roll. Bev knows this. Bev notices this. And gives kind of a cute little wave back. But do you wanna roll perception one last time?
One more perception. Let's go.
One more for the road.
Oh God. Disgusting mods.
Good. That's a 23 for the audience. But as the two of them are leaving, you can hear a bit of the conversation that they're having on their way out the door.
Well, I'm just glad I found you. Unfortunately, I did not find Laffy. You didn't?
No, it is rather odd. But hopefully he is all right. And then they are out the door. And any parting thoughts, Azumi?
First of all, he doesn't know who Laffy is, so he has
no
context on that. But me, Avi, is going, ah, fuck.
But I can't believe he done this.
So they're gone by now. And, as a little, like, closing scene, I guess, Azumi, picks up the two books that were on the table, and, he puts them away, but as he does, he has a sudden, like, no, actually, what happens instead is that he mumbles under his breath, and he says, in Corey, I can't take what happened back.
How? Whoa. Damn, you gotta punch me in the feels just right on the end.
Yeah.
Alright, yeah, that makes... Okay. I guess with that, we're done. Thank you very much for playing with me.
Oh, thank you for inviting me with this too, because it was fun as hell.
But it is now time to say goodbye and good time zone to present and future listeners.
Yes, thank you for listening. Bye-bye.
Yay.
We love you. Mwah.
Yes. Bye.